My child, listen to me very carefully. Today, on this very day, I am drawing you close. Tonight, in your own house, in the very rooms where you have cried, worried, and felt alone. I am going to move in a way your mind does not expect. Archangel Michael is standing watch at your doorway. And he is saying with urgency in his voice, pay attention now. Don't turn away. Don't get distracted. The Lord is trying to speak to you. For just a few minutes, I am asking you to pause everything and open the door of your heart, because what I want to release inside you is not a small thing. It is peace where there has been torment, clarity where there has been confusion, and strength where there has been weakness. You have been feeling as if your prayers flowed into an empty space. As if your words are not strong enough, not holy enough, not perfect enough to reach me. But I want you to know that every whisper from your lips, every cry in the night, every silent tear has already arrived before me. I have never ignored you. I have never turned my face away from you. Tonight will not be the first time I pay attention to you. Tonight will be the time you finally notice how much attention I have always given you. It is not that I am just now coming into your house. I have been here in the quiet corner of every day waiting for you to slow down and notice that you are not walking alone. Archangel Michael is not coming to scare you or to tell you that disaster is guaranteed. He comes to you as a sign that I have appointed protection over your life and that the battles you think you are fighting by yourself are not truly yours alone. Many times you have said no one understands what I am going through, and I have heard those words like a small child's voice echoing in a large room. I have seen you sit in silence feeling that no one really sees the depth of your pain. But I, the Lord who made you, understand every detail. I know the thought that comes before you even think it. I know the fear that hides behind your smile. I know the disappointment that lies under the surface of your polite words. Tonight, I am inviting all those hidden things into the light. Not to shame you, but to free you. There are things in your home that carry memories. A doorway where you once heard bad news. A bed where you cried alone. A chair where you waited for a message that never came. Tonight I want to walk with you in those very places, not physically but in your heart. And I want to rewrite the meaning of those memories where you think this is where I was rejected. I want to whisper this is where I stayed with you. Where you think this is where I was abandoned. I want to say this is where I held your heart even when you felt nothing. Where you think this is where everything went wrong. I want to say this is where I quietly began preparing everything to turn around. You keep asking me, when will my life change? When will something finally happen? You think change will only be real if it arrives as a loud, sudden event. Something that shakes the whole world just to show you it is real. But my child, often the greatest changes in your life begin in one simple moment of surrender. Tonight is that kind of moment. I am not demanding complicated rituals from you. I am not asking you to know all the right words. I am asking for 2 minutes of your honest heart. 2 minutes where you set aside every fake smile, every forced strength, every performance for others, and you simply breathe in my presence and tell me the truth about how you feel. You think I only want to hear your faith. But I also want to hear your fear. You think I only want to hear your worship, but I also want to hear your confusion. You think I only want to hear your gratitude, but I also want to hear your frustration. I am not offended when you tell me that you are tired. I am not surprised when you admit you are angry at how long this journey has been. I am not disappointed when you confess that you sometimes doubt whether I am truly working. I already see every part of you. When you speak those things aloud to me, you are not informing me of anything new. You are simply allowing me to touch the very places that hurt. Archangel Michael stands by as a reminder that there is more happening around you than what your physical eyes can see. There are burdens you have carried that do not belong to you. There are accusations that have been spoken against you both in the natural world and in the unseen realm, and I have been your defender. When people misunderstood you, when they judged you without knowing your story, when they spoke lightly about your name, as if your heart were not attached to it, I took note of every word. Tonight, I want you to release the weight of those words. You have replayed certain conversations again and again in your mind, allowing them to stab you repeatedly. But I say to you, those words do not define you. My voice defines you. My love defines you. My plans for you define you in your house tonight. I want one simple altar. The altar of your heart surrendered. You do not need to light a special candle or say a special phrase to make me come. I am already there. But I am inviting you to choose a tiny space, even if it is only the corner of your bed or a small chair by the window, and say, Lord, for these minutes, I am here with you and I believe you are here with me. In that simple act, you are opening the door that has felt so heavy. You are saying yes to the healing you have secretly longed for, but were afraid to believe you deserved. You have been hard on yourself. You accuse yourself even more harshly than others do. You tell yourself that you are too weak, too late, too damaged, too foolish, too unworthy. I want you to listen to me. None of those words came from my heart. I have never called you too late. I have never labeled you not enough. I have never looked at you and regretted making you. When I look at you, I see someone who has survived more than most people know. I see someone who continues to wake up each day even when the weight of life feels heavy. I see someone who still has the capacity to love even after being hurt. I see someone who still wants to believe even when disappointment sits in their chest. That, my child, is not weakness. That is strength wrapped in vulnerability. And I honor that in you tonight when your house becomes quiet. When others are asleep or busy with their own concerns. I will be whispering to your heart. You may feel a sudden urge to pause the noise, to put down your phone, to sit in stillness. Do not ignore that pull. That is my invitation for the 2 minutes I have asked for. In those moments, you might feel emotions rise unexpectedly, tears, relief, or even a sudden sense of peace that does not seem to match your circumstance. Do not push it away. Let it flow. You have held back so much in order to appear strong for others. Tonight is the night I want you to be honest before me so I can be the strength you have tried to be for yourself. Archangel Michael's command, I order you this right now, is not my way of threatening you, but a way of emphasizing how important your heart is to me. You have treated your own heart roughly, you have minimized your own feelings. You tell yourself, it's not a big deal. I'll get over it even when the wound is deep. But I see every wound as significant because you are significant to me. I am not trying to scare you into listening. I am urgently calling you because the time to stop carrying these burdens alone is now, not tomorrow, not someday. Now you have questions about your future, your finances, your relationships, your family, your health, your purpose. You look at the road ahead and see fog, but I want to reassure you. Even when you cannot see the path, I see it clearly. I am not confused about your future. I am not scrambling to fix last-minute problems. I have already gone ahead of you. There are doors I will close because they were never meant for you, no matter how much you tried to force them. There are doors I will open that will surprise you because you did not feel qualified to walk through them. There are people I will gently remove from your circle, not out of anger toward them, but out of love for you. There are people I will send into your life who will treat your heart with the care it deserves. You worry that you will miss my plan. That one wrong step will permanently destroy everything. But my child, my grace is greater than your mistakes. Even when you walk in the wrong direction, I do not abandon you. I reroute you. Tonight, part of what I want to do in your house is break the fear that you are one decision away from being ruined forever. I am bigger than your past. I am bigger than your errors. I am bigger than the opinions others have formed about you. Your destiny does not rest in their hands. It rests in mine. There are things that have happened within the walls of your home that left invisible scars, arguments, silent treatments, cold words, rejection, the heaviness of loneliness even when other people were physically present. You sometimes feel your house is just a container of old pain and memories. But I want to turn your house into a place of healing. I want to make these rooms echo with laughter again. I want your bed to become a place of rest, not of restless thinking. I want your table to become a place of nourishment, not only for your body, but for your spirit. I want you to begin to speak life within these walls. To bless your home with your words instead of cursing your own life with frustration. Tonight, as you give me those 2 minutes, I will begin to change the atmosphere. I will quiet the inner noise that has been shouting louder than my peace. I will begin to loosen the knots of anxiety in your chest. You may not see every problem solved in an instant, but you will feel a shift, a new strength, a new calm that you did not manufacture by yourself. That will be my signature. My gentle sign that I am working. Even if you cannot see all the details yet, you have felt watched by people who judge you, by those who gossip, by those who misunderstand you. But I tell you this, Archangel Michael watches you not with judgment, but with assigned purpose. He moves at my command to protect, to guard, to push back against what was sent to break you. You do not need to know every battle that occurs in the unseen realm. You simply need to know that you are not defenseless. When you feel heavy pressure but cannot explain why, when you sense a strange tension that does not match your day, remember that sometimes your spirit is picking up on battles being fought on your behalf. Your role in those moments is not to fear but to breathe and say, Lord, I trust that you are covering me. My child, I also want to touch the places where you have lost trust in people. Betrayal has marked your heart. People you once counted on left you standing alone. Promises were made and then carelessly broken. Your heart has responded by building walls. You keep people at a distance because you believe that distance is the only way to stay safe. But those walls also block the love I want to send to you through others. Tonight, I will not force you to tear down every wall, but I will begin to soften them. I will whisper truth to you that not everyone is out to hurt you. That you can have wise boundaries without imprisoning yourself. That there are souls I will send who will treat you as a gift, not a burden. You have also doubted your worth because of how others treated you. You asked yourself if I mattered. Why did they treat me that way? I want to gently separate your worth from their behavior. Their actions are a reflection of their own brokenness, not a measurement of your value. I made you with intention. I placed gifts in you that still have not fully awakened. You carry compassion, insight, creativity, resilience. These are not accidents. These are pieces of my image inside you. I want you to see yourself through my eyes. Not as someone barely surviving, but as someone who is precious, deeply loved, and needed in this world. Tonight, when you feel that inner tug to pause for me, I want you to remember that I am not asking for perfection, only presence. You do not need to force tears or force any feeling. Just come honestly. Speak to me the way you would speak to the one who loves you most. Tell me where it hurts. Tell me where you are afraid. Tell me what you hope for but are afraid to admit. Tell me what you regret and what you cannot forgive yourself for. And then be still for a moment. Let me respond. Not always in audible words, but in the way your heart begins to feel lighter, in the way ideas and clarity begin to come, in the way your breathing slows and your body relaxes. Archangel Michael's urgency is about this. You have postponed your own healing long enough. You have delayed your own rest long enough. You have told yourself, I'll deal with this later. While carrying pain that grows heavier each day. The time to begin is now. Not with a grand gesture, but with a simple yes. If you can offer me only a few minutes, I will still come. If you can offer me only a small whisper of surrender, I will still respond. Your small yes is powerful when given to me. Do not be afraid of tonight. Do not imagine that I am coming to punish or to humiliate you. I am coming to meet you where you are. I am coming to wrap around your tired heart. I am coming to breathe new life into your dreams. To remind you that you are not finished. That there are chapters of joy, love, and purpose yet to be written in your story. I know the details of your situation. I know the reality of your responsibilities. I know the financial pressures and emotional weights that sit on your shoulders. I am not ignoring any of it. I am stepping into the middle of it, offering you my strength in place of your exhaustion. So when you are alone in your room, when the world quiets down for a moment, remember my invitation. Let your heart answer. Even if your answer feels small and trembling, say, Lord, I am here, speak to me. Touch my heart. I am listening. And as you do, know that the Lord who has always watched over you, the Lord who has carried you through every day you thought you would not survive is leaning close tonight in your house. My presence will not be far from you. It will be as near as your own breath. My child, I bless you. I bless your mind with peace. I bless your body with rest. I bless your home with a new atmosphere of comfort and hope. I bless your future with doors that align with my love and wisdom. I bless your relationships with truth and protection. I bless your heart with courage to heal and to trust me again. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Tonight, as you give me those few minutes, you will feel what has always been true. I am with you. I am for you. And I am not letting you go. Tonight, I am closer to you than the walls of your own house. Today, November 16th, I am placing my hand gently on your home. On your room, on the door you touch every day, on the bed where you lie awake at night. And I am saying to you, listen to me for just a moment. Give me these 2 minutes of your full attention. And let this message sink into the deepest part of your heart, because I am about to shift something in your house tonight in a way you will not forget. You have been walking around with so many unspoken thoughts, so many quiet tears, so many questions that you've buried inside you because you were tired of feeling like no one understood. You have stood in your own home and felt like a stranger. You have looked at your own walls and wondered, why does my life still feel like this? I have heard those thoughts even when you never said them out loud. I have watched you sit alone, scroll through your phone, stare at the ceiling, push down the pain, and pretend you are fine. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten in this house. You are not just surviving in a random building. This place where you sleep, cry, laugh, fight, hope, and feel misunderstood is about to be touched by my presence in a fresh way. Archangel Michael has been standing watch around you in moments you never noticed. There were times you almost walked into trouble. There were nights when your mind almost gave up. There were days when spiritual attacks tried to push you into decisions that would have broken you. Yet you are still here. That is not an accident. Michael has stood at the door when darkness tried to enter. He has stood between you and the invisible battles that tried to swallow you. And today, November 16th, he carries a clear assignment for me concerning you and your house. I order you to pay attention to this because tonight something will shift in your home and I do not want you to miss it. I know the atmosphere you feel in your house. I know the tension in the air, the heaviness that sometimes sits on your chest when you wake up. I know the memories connected to certain corners of your room. Old conversations, old arguments, old promises, old disappointments. I know the way your heart reacts when you hear certain voices, footsteps, or messages on your phone. Your house has heard your laughter, but it has also heard your crying. Your house has seen your courage, but it has also seen your weakest moments. And yet in this same house, I am going to write a new chapter with you. You have been asking me, when will things change? When will my life stop being this cycle of pain, confusion, and waiting? You have wondered whether I am truly listening, especially when the attacks felt personal and targeted. There were days when you thought, Lord, are you really there or am I just talking to myself? Hear me clearly now. I have never stopped listening. I have never pulled away from you. Even when you felt distant, I stayed close. Even when you doubted, I still protected. Even when you thought I don't deserve help, I was still planning your rescue. Tonight in your house, I am going to start breaking patterns that have haunted you for years. The patterns of fear, of sleepless nights, of emotional turbulence, of sudden mood swings, of feeling unsafe in your own space. I am placing my peace upon this home like a heavy blanket that cannot be easily shaken off. You may not see angels with your physical eyes, but your spirit will sense the difference. The same walls that heard your anxious breathing will hear your calm breathing. The same bed where you twisted and turned from overthinking will become a place of rest. The same corners that felt dark and heavy will begin to feel lighter because my presence will saturate what has been suffocating you. My child, I am not only coming to touch your surroundings. I am coming to touch your heart. Because it is not just your house that needs my hand. It is the emotional house inside of you. The space in your soul where you store your memories, your fears, your hopes, and your secrets. Tonight, I am coming for the hidden rooms inside you, the ones you refuse to visit because they hurt too much. I am coming for the disappointed version of you. I am coming for the rejected version of you. I am coming for the lonely version of you. I am coming for the ashamed, guilty, misunderstood version of you that you keep locked away. I am not afraid of your wounds. I am not shocked by anything you feel. I know you fully and still choose you completely. Archangel Michael stands as a warrior. But understand this, the battle tonight is not you versus another person. The battle tonight is you versus the lies that have convinced you that you are unworthy, unloved, unsafe, and abandoned. Those lies found a place in your house. They walked in through words that were spoken over you, through betrayals that happened between these walls, through things you saw, heard, and endured. They made your own home feel hostile sometimes. But tonight, I declare that those lies will begin to lose their power. In your house, in the very place where you felt most attacked, I will begin to restore your sense of safety. You have felt like you had to be strong all the time. You have felt like if you fall apart, everything around you will collapse. You have carried pressure that was never meant to rest on your shoulders alone. So you place a fake smile in the daytime and then crumble when you are alone at night. You hold everyone else up, but who holds you? You give your last pieces of energy to others, but who refills you? Listen to me. You are not a machine, you are not a problem to be fixed by pretending. You are my child and I care about the weight you are carrying in your heart, in your mind, and even in your body tonight inside your house. I am going to start lifting that weight. You might notice a moment where your chest suddenly feels lighter, or where a thought that used to bring you pain will suddenly not have the same power. That is not a coincidence. That is my hand. You might feel the urge to breathe deeply, to cry, to sit quietly without distraction, to speak to me honestly. That is not weakness. That is healing beginning. Let it happen. Do not stop your tears. Do not judge your own emotions. Invite me into them. When the room is quiet, whisper to me from your heart, Lord, I am here. I am listening. That simple invitation is enough. I am already near. There are things in your house that carry certain memories. A piece of clothing, a photo, a gift, a chair, a particular object. Some of these memories hurt you. Some connect you to times when you were disrespected, abandoned, misused, or lied to. Some objects remind you of people who walked away, of promises that never came true, of versions of you that no longer exist. Tonight, I will begin to separate your future from your old pain. I may nudge your heart to rearrange, to clean, to throw away something that keeps pulling your mind backward. I am not just decorating your house. I am cleansing the emotional energy inside it. I want your home to reflect where you are going, not just where you have been. I see the relationships in your life that move in and out of your space. There are people who step into your house with genuine love. And there are people who step into your life with hidden motives even if they never cross your physical door. Your house, your phone, your chats, your calls, they are all gates. Some people come with peace, some come with confusion. Some bring joy, some bring chaos. Some speak life over you. Some drain your spirit with every conversation. Tonight, I am opening your eyes to who is who. I am going to make it clearer which connections are good for your soul and which ones are contaminating your atmosphere. You will notice it soon. After certain conversations, you will feel suddenly heavy, anxious or mentally exhausted. After others, you will feel calm, inspired, stable. That difference is not small. I am showing you patterns. Pay attention to who leaves you with peace and who leaves you with inner chaos. This is not about hatred. This is about protection. I did not create you to be a dumping ground for other people's toxic behavior. I did not put breath in your lungs so you could spend your days constantly apologizing for existing. Tonight in your house, I am reclaiming your sense of worth. Archangel Michael guards the door, but I am guarding your heart. When you feel a sudden discomfort about allowing a certain person too much access to your life that is not random, I am gently warning you. When you feel strangely uneasy about continuing a certain pattern, I am gently redirecting you. You asked me to guide you. And this is how guidance often feels. A small constant inner nudge, a quiet knowing, a sense that this doesn't feel right anymore. Do not ignore that. That is how I will talk to you in your home tonight. You have felt guilty for wanting distance from those who hurt you. You have felt like you must tolerate everything in silence. But understand this, it is not unloving to protect your peace. It is wise. It is not sinful to remove yourself from abuse. It is necessary. It is not wrong to say no to manipulation, disrespect, and emotional games. I do not call you to be a victim. I call you to walk as someone who knows they are loved and valued. Tonight in your house, I begin strengthening your backbone. You will still be kind, but you will not be easily controlled. You will still be gentle, but you will not be easily broken. This is part of what I am doing for you. I am also visiting the financial atmosphere of your house. You know the feeling, counting money, worrying about expenses, calculating, stretching, fearing the future, the anxiety that spreads through your body when you think of bills, responsibilities, and uncertainties has been heavy. You have stood in your own kitchen or room and whispered, "Lord, how will I manage?" I heard those whispers. Tonight I will begin shifting your mindset from constant fear of lack to trust in my provision. This does not mean ignoring reality. It means walking with me through it. I will start by calming the panic. I will remind you that your life is not over because you are struggling. I will show you small doors of opportunity that you could not see before because anxiety was blinding your eyes. Ideas, connections, steps, habits, I will place them in your mind. I will help you make wiser choices with what you have. I will nudge you to small but powerful decisions that make room for bigger blessings. I am not abandoning you to financial chaos. I am walking with you out of it one step at a time. Tonight in your house, as you think about your future, remember this. You are not alone in your plans. I am part of them. There are also wounds tied to your family, to love, to trust. Words spoken in anger still echo in your memory. Actions taken against you still leave marks. There were times when you faced pain from the very people you expected to protect you. There were moments when you felt like there was no place that was truly safe, not even your own home. I saw each of those moments. Not one tear dropped unnoticed. Not one heartbreak was ignored by me. Tonight, I draw near to those emotional scars. Healing is not pretending nothing happened. Healing is me touching the places that were broken and gently rebuilding you from the inside. Sometimes that means helping you forgive what still hurts. Sometimes that means giving you the courage to say this behavior cannot continue. Sometimes that means surrounding you with new people whose love is healthier. Sometimes that means simply sitting with you in the silence of your room and letting you know you were never as alone as you felt. My presence was there even in the worst moments in your house. Tonight I will stir up two powerful things: courage and softness. Courage to face what needs to be faced. Softness to still be capable of love, kindness, and compassion without becoming hard, bitter, and numb. You will not be controlled by resentment. You will not spend your life replaying the same hurts until you are too tired to dream. I am not asking you to forget everything. I am inviting you to let me handle what you cannot change and to let me guide you into what you can change. The Lord is trying to talk to you for just 2 minutes. But in reality, I have been talking to you for years through signs, through inner feelings, through small events that seemed random. Today, November 16th, I am making it clearer. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not unlucky. And you are not destined to live in pain forever. Yes, you have suffered. Yes, there have been injustices. Yes, there are things you still don't understand. But your story is not over in this pain. Your house will not always feel like a battlefield. It is going to become a sanctuary. You will begin to notice it. A change in how you speak about yourself in your house. Instead of saying everything always goes wrong for me, you will begin to think maybe things can improve for me. Instead of saying I am always alone, you will begin to recognize I am loved even when people fail me. Instead of repeating the phrases that hurt you, you will start speaking blessings over yourself. This is not just positive thinking. It is aligning your words with how I see you. I see you as capable, not hopeless. I see you as chosen, not random. I see you as loved, not discarded. I see you as strong even if you feel fragile. I see you as someone who has survived what others would have surrendered to. I see you as someone who still has a future no matter what your past or present looks like. I see your potential, your softness, your loyalty, your depth, your heart. I know how much you can love. I know how much you can give. Clears throat, and I am not finished writing your story, tonight in your house. Lift your head for a moment. Look around you, not with eyes of discouragement, but with eyes that say, something new is beginning here. Because it is. You may not hear thunder or see lightning. You may not see a dramatic scene. But spiritually, I am shifting things. The tension that used to choke you will start to loosen. The thoughts that used to torment you will start to calm. The fear that used to paralyze you will start to weaken. This is my work, not yours, receive it. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to feel hopeful again. You are allowed to imagine a future where your home is stable, peaceful, and filled with genuine love. You are allowed to desire better treatment. You are allowed to protect your boundaries. You are allowed to say, I deserve to be safe, respected, and cherished. Because I, the Lord who created you, say the same thing over you. Do not think that I am far from your daily life. I am not only there in big moments. I am there in the simple ones, too. I am there when you wake up and hesitate to get out of bed. I am there when you make your tea or coffee and stare out of the window. I am there when you sit on your bed scrolling, searching for a sign, a word, something that understands you. I am there when you pick up your phone and when you put it down in frustration. I am there when you feel too tired to talk to anyone. I am there when you laugh unexpectedly at something silly. I am there when you cry quietly into your pillow. You have never taken a breath outside my awareness. Tonight, when the house becomes quieter and the night settles in, I want you to give me a few honest moments. You do not need perfect words. You do not need a script. Just speak to me from where you are. Tell me you are tired. Tell me you are hopeful. Tell me you are confused. Tell me you are grateful. Tell me you are scared. Tell me what you feel. I can handle all of it. I am not fragile. I am not angry at your questions. I am not threatened by your doubt. I am here to love you through it. As you do this, my presence will settle more deeply over your house. You may feel a warmth, a snorts, calm, a deep sigh coming out of you. You may feel memories surface that you are ready to release. You may feel a quiet strength rising inside you. That is me reminding you, you are not walking into your future alone. You are not stepping into tomorrow with only your own strength. Heaven walks with you. Archangel Michael will continue to stand guard. But understand this clearly. Your true safety is not in a warrior angel alone. It is in me, the one who commands the angels. I have already stood at the end of your story and seen you free, healed, stronger, and more peaceful than you are now. That version of you is not a fantasy. I am guiding you toward that version step by step. Tonight is one of those steps. Do not underestimate what I can do in one night, in one moment of surrender, in one act of trust. Do not underestimate what happens when you choose to believe that I am working, even when your feelings are mixed. You have tried carrying this alone for so long. Let tonight be different. Let tonight be a turning point. Not because everything instantly becomes perfect, but because something deep inside you shifts from I am abandoned to I am held. I am holding your mind. Dot. I am holding your heart. Dot. I am holding your house. Dot. I am holding your future. So my child, as this 16th of November unfolds and the night approaches, remember my words. This will happen in your house tonight, a quiet holy shift, a lifting of heavy weight, a stirring of new courage, a softening of hardened places, a cleansing of old energies. A guarding of your heart, a clearer understanding of who truly cares and who does not, a deeper awareness that you are not alone. The Lord has been trying to talk to you for just 2 minutes. But know this, my love for you has no time limit. I am here before you ask. I am here while you listen. I am here after you finish reading. I am in every room, every corner, every moment. You are not an accident in this house. You are my beloved in this house. Rest in that dot. Breathe in that dot. Walk through your home with that awareness, because tonight as you stay under this roof, Heaven's hand is on your door, on your heart, and on your tomorrow. My beloved child, listen to me with your whole heart right now, because I am closer to you than the breath that moves through your chest. Today is not an ordinary day. Today, November 16th, I am drawing your attention on purpose. You are not reading these words by accident. I am using this very moment to step into the room of your thoughts, to sit quietly beside you and to say, I am here. Archangel Michael stands on guard over you, but it is my voice that is reaching for your heart. I order your fears to be still. I order your confusion to be silent. I am asking you to give me just 2 minutes of real attention. And as you do, I will begin something tonight in your house that will not be stopped. You have been feeling as if the days are running together. As if nothing is changing, as if your prayers are hitting a wall and falling back onto the floor. There are moments when you question whether I see your tears, whether I hear the words you do not even say aloud. I tell you now, I have counted every tear. I have heard every unspoken cry. I have not ignored a single whisper from your heart. You have imagined that I am distant, but I have been in every room with you, watching as you try to hold things together, watching as you pretend you are stronger than you feel. Tonight, I am not asking you to pretend. I am inviting you to rest in me. There is something that will happen in your house tonight. But you must understand it in the way I see. I am not simply talking about what your eyes can see, but about what your spirit can feel. Tonight, I will begin a quiet shaking inside your atmosphere. The heaviness that has tried to sit on your chest. The constant worry that buzzes in the back of your mind. The fear that someone will leave, or something will break, or everything will fall apart. Those things have been ruling too long. Tonight in your house, I will begin to change that rule. I will reclaim the space of your mind, your emotions, your room, your bed, your doorway. I will mark your home with my peace if you will open your heart to me. You have wondered why certain people walked away, why certain doors never opened, why some relationships felt like they were almost right but then turned into storms. You have blamed yourself for things that were never your assignment to save. You have looked at your life and said, maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the one who is cursed, forgotten, or unloved. Hear me clearly. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. Clear's throat, and you are not unlovable. I have been protecting you in ways you could not see. I have been blocking certain paths not to punish you, but to keep you from being destroyed. There were hands you wanted to hold that would have led you into deeper pain. There were rooms you wanted to enter, that would have swallowed your peace. I closed them because I love you. Archangel Michael has been standing at the threshold of your life, fighting battles over your name that you never saw. When you felt like you were being attacked from every direction. When it seemed like people were speaking against you. When the energy around you felt tense, heavy, or strange. There were spiritual battles taking place. You thought it was just bad luck or just your emotions. But it went deeper. You were being pulled between darkness and light, between despair and hope, between giving up and rising again. Tonight I declare over you. You will rise again. The battles have not broken you. They have revealed the strength I placed inside you. For so long you have carried shame for mistakes you made in confusion, in fear, in loneliness. There are moments you replay in your mind late at night wondering why you said certain words, why you trusted certain people, why you allowed certain things to happen. You sit with regret like a heavy blanket, as if your whole future has been ruined by what is already done. I come to you today to say this. I am not holding your past over your head. I am not keeping a list to throw in your face. When you turned your heart toward me, even in your weakest moments, I saw your sincerity. I know the difference between rebellion and desperation. I know the difference between arrogance and a wounded heart. I have not abandoned you in either case. I am the God who restores. Tonight in your house, I want you to allow me to walk through every room of your heart. The room of secret fears, the room of hidden addictions, the room of private tears, the room of quiet dreams you have pushed away. I am not shocked by any of it. I already know. I am not here to condemn you. I am here to heal you, but I cannot heal what you keep locked up and labeled too broken, too dirty, or too impossible. I am stronger than what broke you. I am more powerful than what tempted you. I am more gentle than the voices that shamed you. Let me in. There are people connected to you who do not understand how deep your journey has been. They see parts of you and assume they know your whole story. They may have judged you, misunderstood you, or placed labels on you that pierced your soul. Some of them live under the same roof as you. Some of them share your blood, your name, your history. Others come in and out of your life through messages, calls, or distant opinions. I say to you now, their judgment is not my judgment. Their conclusion is not my conclusion. I know your full story from the very beginning, and I am not finished writing it. In your house tonight, I am going to begin rearranging some relationships in your life. Snorts, do not be afraid if certain conversations shift. Do not be surprised if I begin to expose what is real and what is pretending. Some people will show you their true intentions without you asking. This is not to hurt you, but to free you. I am removing the illusion that everyone who smiles at you truly supports you. At the same time, I am leading you toward people who carry genuine love, honest care, and wise counsel. You do not need a crowd. You need truth. You do not need applause. You need real connection. I am bringing this to you in my time. And my time is closer than you think. You have been worried about money, about stability, about the future of your home and your life. You have looked at your bills, your responsibilities, your dreams, and thought, how will this ever work? You hide some of these fears from others. But I see them all. I am not only the God of miracles. I am also the God of process, planning, and steady steps. I will open the right opportunities, but I will also give you wisdom, self-control, and strategy. Tonight, when the house quiets down, I want you to pause and speak to me honestly about your needs. Not in fancy words, not in rehearsed lines, just from your heart. As you speak, I will begin aligning things that have felt scattered. I will give ideas, nudges, and peace that leads you into your next steps. There have been nights when you struggled to sleep because your mind would not stop. Memories, worries, conversations, regrets, and fears all came crashing at once. You turned from side to side, wondering why rest felt so far away. I have seen you grab your phone in the darkness, searching for something, any voice, any message, any sign that you are not alone. And even in that, I have used what you found to reach you. I am speaking to you now through these words and telling you that rest is not a luxury you are unworthy of. Rest is a gift I want to give you. Tonight in your house, I want to begin breaking the pattern of restless anxiety. I will not magically erase every challenge, but I will shift the weight you are carrying. I will teach you to place your burdens into my hands little by little, moment by moment. Archangel Michael stands by as a warrior. But understand this, the greatest warfare right now is over your belief in my love for you. The enemy of your soul wants you to think I am cold, distant, and disappointed, waiting for you to fail again. That is a lie. I am the one who has been whispering hope into your thoughts, the one telling you, try again. Get up. Do not give up. Even when you felt like you did not deserve to move forward, those gentle pushes, those quiet strengths that appeared out of nowhere when you wanted to collapse. That was me. I have never left you. You have asked me, why did this happen to me? Why did I have to experience so much pain? I will not dismiss your pain. I will not act like it did not matter. But I will tell you this, not one moment of it is wasted in my hands. I am able to turn even the deepest wounds into sources of wisdom, empathy, and strength. I am creating in you a heart that can understand others who suffer, a heart that can comfort, a heart that can recognize danger and help others avoid it. You will not always be the one needing rescue. You will also become someone who carries my comfort to others. This is part of what I am beginning in you tonight. In your house, there are objects, corners, and memories that carry the energy of what you have gone through. Some items remind you of betrayal, of disappointment, of times you were humiliated. Some spaces remind you of arguments, of shouting, of tears. You walk past them and your body remembers. Even when your mind tries to forget, I am not telling you that you must change everything at once. But tonight, I want you to partner with me in one simple act. It could be cleaning a small space, removing something that keeps you stuck in a painful memory, opening a window and allowing fresh air, lighting a small candle, or turning on a soft light and saying, "God, this space belongs to you." This small action done with intention is a doorway. It is an invitation for my presence to rest more deeply in your environment. Some of your greatest battles have been silent ones. You have carried thoughts about your own worth, your appearance, your abilities, your intelligence. You have believed lies that you are not enough, that you are always second best, that you are always delayed, always behind, always left out. I come to you now and break those lies. You are not behind. You are on a different path. You are not overlooked. I see you completely. You are not late. I am preparing you for something that requires the maturity formed in the waiting. Stop comparing your journey to the timelines of others. I am not writing the same story for you as I wrote for them. I am doing something unique in you. What I will do in your house, in your life, in your heart is tailored for who you truly are. You have wondered whether you will ever experience pure joy again. The kind of joy that is not mixed with fear that it will be taken away. I want you to know that I have not removed the possibility of joy from your life. In fact, I am opening the way for a deeper, more stable joy that does not depend on people behaving perfectly or circumstances aligning exactly. It is a joy rooted in knowing that you are loved by me, that your future is not controlled by those who hurt you, that your identity is not defined by your hardest season. This joy will begin as a small spark. Perhaps even tonight when you feel an unexpected sense of calm, a slight lightness in your chest. Do not dismiss it. That is my work. I know there are things you cannot talk about with anyone. Thoughts too dark, fears too strange, experiences too complex. You wonder if anyone would believe you, if anyone would understand. I tell you, I understand completely. Where others might mock, I listen carefully. Where others might judge, I hold you gently. Where others might dismiss, I take seriously. Bring these hidden parts to me. Speak to me as if you were speaking to the one person who cannot misunderstand you. And that is exactly who I am. You are safe with me in ways you have never felt safe with anyone. As you go through this day, I will be sending you little signs of my nearness. It could be a word spoken by someone who does not know what you are going through, yet it addresses your situation. It could be a sudden memory that gives you clarity. It could be a moment of laughter you didn't expect. It could be an idea that brings a solution where there was confusion. I am weaving myself into the small details of your day. Do not expect only grand dramatic gestures. Notice the subtle ways I reach for you. These are my fingerprints on your path. Tonight when the day is winding down, I am asking for a special moment with you. It does not have to be long, but it has to be real. Find a quiet space. Even if it is just the corner of your room, the edge of your bed, standing by a window, or resting your head on your pillow. For those 2 minutes, I want you to put down the mask. You do not need to sound strong. You do not need to impress me. Simply tell me, here I am. I feel like this. I am tired of this. I am hopeful for this. If no words come, sit in silence and think of me. I will understand everything your silence is saying. In those 2 minutes, you will not be alone. My presence will come close, closer than the noise, closer than the fear. Archangel Michael will stand guard as you open your heart, making sure that the thoughts of condemnation are silenced. I will speak to you in ways your spirit will recognize. Maybe not as a loud voice, but as a deep inner knowing, an unexpected peace, a gentle reassurance, a sense that somehow despite everything, you are going to be okay. That is me. I am not a God of confusion and torment. I am a God of clarity and comfort. Where you feel constant accusation, know that it is not me. Where you feel a loving conviction that gently invites you to grow and change, that is my voice. Learn to tell the difference and you will walk more freely. There are habits you want to break and new patterns you want to start. You feel overwhelmed thinking about how far you need to go, how much you need to change. Listen to me. We will walk this journey together step by step. I am not demanding perfection from you overnight. I am asking for willingness, honesty, and small consistent steps. I will strengthen your will when you feel weak. I will remind you of your worth when you feel like giving up. I will place support in your life in the form of people, resources, and opportunities that help you move forward. You are not trying to transform yourself alone. I am working in you. You have sometimes believed that if you struggle, it means you are failing. But the very fact that you care, that you feel tension when you slip, that you want better, that is evidence that your heart is still alive, still open, still reachable. Dead hearts feel nothing. Yours still feels. This is good, it means you are not as far from me as you think. I am closer than ever, especially in your struggles. When you fall, I do not stand back with folded arms. I move closer with outstretched hands, saying, "Let's get up again." Tonight I will move within the walls of your house. But even more I will move within the walls of your heart. As you sleep, I will work. I will begin untangling knots of confusion, melting frozen places of hurt, strengthening weak places where you have felt you would break. Do not fear the dreams you may have. I can even use your dreams to bring messages, healing, and release. If a dream troubles you, bring it to me when you wake. I will help you understand what to keep and what to let go. This day, November 16th, is marked as a point of turning. Not because every problem disappears in a moment, but because today you become more aware that you are not carrying them alone. Your story will not end in the place where you are right now. There are chapters you have not seen yet, blessings you have not touched yet, relationships you have not experienced yet, and levels of peace you have not known yet. I am writing those chapters. I am building those moments. I am preparing those connections. Do not despise your small beginnings or your quiet nights. I often do my greatest work in the hidden places. Tonight in your house, something unseen but very real will begin. A new atmosphere of hope. A new sound of inner peace, a new alignment of your steps with my plan. When fear comes to tell you that nothing is changing, answer it with this truth. God is working in me and around me even when I cannot see it. Your declaration matters. Your agreement with my truth matters. Your willingness to believe again matters. I am not finished with you. I am not disappointed by your slowness. I am patient, kind, and endlessly creative in how I bring my good plans to pass. You are not too far gone. You are not too complicated. You are not too late. You are exactly where I can reach you, teach you, and lead you. Trust me with tonight, trust me with your house. Trust me with your heart. Give me those 2 minutes of honest attention. And watch how slowly but surely, your life begins to reflect the love I have always had for you. I am with you now. I will be with you tonight. I will be with you in every tomorrow that comes. I am speaking to you. And as you read these words, receive them as a gentle whisper in your spirit, a loving message from my heart to yours. You have been wondering if I still see you, if I still care, if the long silence means that I have forgotten you. I tell you now, I have not moved away from you for a single moment. I have watched every tear. I have heard every unspoken thought. And even the things you tried to hide from yourself are not hidden from me. Tonight something will shift inside your house. Inside your atmosphere, inside your heart, because I am stepping closer to you in a way you will be able to feel. Archangel Michael stands as a sign to you in this moment. A reminder that I send protection, strength, and clarity when your spirit feels weak and confused. In the courts of heaven, my angels move at my word. And today, Michael says, I order you this right now. Do not run from this moment. Do not skip these words. Do not treat this like just another passing message. I am trying to talk to you for just a few minutes. But what I pour into these minutes will echo for years in your life. The battle you are facing is not only on the outside. Much of it has been raging in your mind. In the rooms of your house, where you sit alone, in the quiet moments when no one sees how heavy your chest feels. Tonight I am entering that very space. You have looked at your room, your house, your surroundings, and sometimes said nothing ever changes here. It's the same pain, the same worries, the same cycle. But I tell you, beloved, I am not limited by walls, by distance, by circumstances, or by what people did to you. I can step into a small room and turn it into a place of healing. I can take an ordinary night and mark it as the night your heart stopped agreeing with hopelessness. Do not underestimate what I can do quietly, softly, silently, even while you are still trying to figure everything out. Tonight is not about dramatic noise. Tonight is about a deep shift inside you that no one else may see at first, but you will feel it like a gentle light turning on in a forgotten corner of your soul. You have asked me so many times, why do I feel alone if you are with me? Why does help seem delayed? Why do I keep sensing that something is coming? But then I wait and wait. I want you to know that your delays are not punishments. There are things I have been protecting you from that you do not even know about. There were roads you wanted to walk that would have led to more pain. There were people you wanted to stay who were not safe for your destiny. I allowed some doors to close. Some plans to fail, some connections to fade. Not because you are unworthy, but because you are more precious to me than any plan you thought you needed. I would rather see you frustrated for a season than broken for a lifetime. Archangel Michael has been fighting battles you did not see. There were words spoken against you, envy aimed at you, schemes quietly formed around your name. You felt the pressure, but you did not see the full picture. When you suddenly felt heaviness with no clear reason. When your mood shifted for no logical cause. When you woke up with an unexplained sadness. There were spiritual storms trying to rise against you. Do not think you are weak because you felt overwhelmed. See how strong you actually are because you are still standing. If you could see what I carried you through, you would hold your head higher. Tonight, I am breathing fresh courage into your chest. In your house, in the place where you sit, there have been memories that haunt you, conversations that replay in your mind, voices that told you that you are not enough, not beautiful enough, not intelligent enough, not deserving enough. Those echoes have lived in the atmosphere like old shadows on the wall. Tonight I am confronting those shadows. I am speaking a new word over you. Chosen, loved, protected, guided, redeemed, valuable. You are not a mistake. You are a deliberate thought of mine. I shaped you with intention. I placed gifts inside you that the enemy tried to bury under shame and fear, but they are still there. You have been through seasons where you gave your heart to people who handled it carelessly. You trusted those who did not know how to protect your vulnerability. You shared your dreams with those who secretly doubted you. You tried to be strong for everyone. And when you finally broke down, you felt you had no safe place to fall. I saw that moment when you wanted to cry but forced yourself to stay quiet. I was there when you pretended to be okay because you did not want to worry others. I do not blame you for any of this. I hold you with understanding that is deeper than any human comfort. Tonight, let yourself rest in me, even if just for these 2 minutes and a little more. There is something I want to do in your heart that requires your permission. I want to untie you from what hurt you. Too often you keep replaying what they said, what they did, how they left, how they betrayed you, how they misjudged you. You go back to that moment in your mind again and again as if the past is telling you who you are. But I am the one who names you, not your pain. I am the one who defines your worth, not the ones who overlooked you. To move you forward, I need you to let me touch the deepest parts of your wound. It may feel strange because you have learned to live with that pain like a familiar companion. But you were never meant to carry it this long. Tonight in your house, I am inviting you to a simple act. Breathe and release. You do not have to know how everything will work out. You do not need to see the entire future for these moments. Just allow your heart to open and say, God, I am tired. Please take what I cannot carry. That simple, honest whisper is powerful. You do not have to impress me with perfect words. I am moved by your sincerity, by your broken honesty, by the tears you hide. Give me your anger, your confusion, your disappointment with life, even your disappointment with me. I am not offended by your questions. I can handle your honesty because my love is not fragile. There are blessings I have prepared for you that require space in your life. You have been asking for new doors, new relationships, new opportunities, but some of the old weight has been occupying the room of your heart, I am not withholding your blessings. I am clearing the way so that when they arrive, you are able to hold them with peace instead of fear. I will not allow you to step into a new season while still chained to old belief systems that tell you it will always end the same way. This time will not end the same way because I am walking with you differently. I am awakening a deeper wisdom, a stronger discernment, a quieter strength inside you. Archangel Michael stands as a guardian at the doorway of your next season. Where chaos used to enter easily, protection will now stand. Where manipulation used to find you vulnerable, clarity will now defend you. You will sense in your spirit when something is not right. That is not paranoia. That is my warning. I will open your eyes to see beyond sweet words, charming smiles, and false promises. You will learn to choose peace over drama. Truth over flattery and genuine love over attention that drains you. Tonight is the beginning of you honoring your soul the way I honor you. I know, there have been nights when you lay awake imagining disasters, fearing the future, feeling like something terrible would happen. There were thoughts of loss, poverty, abandonment, illness, and shame that tried to suffocate you. Understand this. Not every dark thought is yours. Some of those were whispers from the enemy trying to convince you to agree with despair. When you said, "I am cursed. I am unlucky. Nothing good lasts for me," your heart was just trying to make sense of pain. But those words are not my words over you. I cancel every agreement you made with hopelessness. I speak new sentences over your life. You are protected. You are provided for. You are guided. You are lifted. You are never alone. Tonight in your house, I am not sending fear. I am sending peace. Not the temporary peace that comes from distractions, but a deep quietness that sits in your chest and slowly pushes back the noise of anxiety. You will find yourself breathing easier. You will notice your thoughts beginning to slow down. You will feel a soft assurance that, somehow you are not as abandoned as you once believed. This is my presence, gentle and firm, resting on you like a warm blanket. I am not promising you a life with no storms. But I am promising you that the storm will not have the last word. You have wondered why some people walked away just when you needed them most. You were loyal to those who did not know how to be loyal to you. Do not see yourself as foolish for loving deeply. Your heart reflects mine when it chooses love. What I will teach you now is balance, how to love without losing yourself. How to give without emptying your soul. How to forgive without inviting the same wound again and again. Archangel Michael has been standing between you and some connections that would only have broken you further. Some rejections were actually redirections. In time, you will look back and see my fingerprints on those moments that hurt so much. In this new chapter, I will send people aligned with your healing, not your destruction. In your house, conversations will begin to change. Little by little, you will feel the urge to speak more kindly to yourself, to speak more faith into your atmosphere, to stop cursing your own life with negative declarations. Watch how the words you speak begin to shift the energy around you. When you say, "I am tired, but I am not alone. I am hurting, but I am still chosen. I am worried, but God is working." You are agreeing with my truth instead of the enemy's lies. Tonight is about breaking silent agreements with darkness. There is also something I want to address gently. The guilt you carry. You have made mistakes, yes, but you have punished yourself longer than I ever asked you to. You replay the moments where you feel you failed. The times you said the wrong thing, trusted the wrong person, wasted time, or settled for less than you deserved. Hear me. You are not beyond repair. You are not beyond restoration. I am a God of new beginnings. Not just second chances, but many chances. I see who you can become. Not only who you have been. Let tonight be the night you decide to stop calling yourself names I never gave you. Your house has been a place of both laughter and pain, of memories you treasure and memories that sting. I am not asking you to erase your past. I am asking you to allow me to heal it. There are items you look at that trigger sadness, places in the house that remind you of arguments, losses, or loneliness. Over time, I will transform those same spaces into altars of gratitude. You will sit in the same chair where you once cried and realize you are stronger now. You will walk through the same doorway where you once felt empty and sense a quiet fullness. This is how I work. I reclaim the very places that once wounded you and turn them into testimonies of my faithfulness. When Archangel Michael says, I order you this right now, it is not in order to fear, but in order to pay attention. Pay attention to the small stirrings in your heart as you read these words. Pay attention to the thoughts that rise up, the memories that surface, the tears that want to fall. I am touching the exact areas that need light. Do not run from this. You have run for so long, distracting yourself, trying not to feel too deeply because it hurts. It is safe to feel with me. I will not let you drown in your own emotions. I am your anchor. Tonight, I am placing a quiet shield over your house. Even if the world outside feels unstable, even if news and people and circumstances bring confusion, I am fortifying you from the inside. You may still hear noise, opinions, and negativity around you. But inside your spirit, a new steadiness will grow. You will catch yourself saying, I don't know how, but I sense I will be okay. That is me. That is my voice. That is my peace that does not always explain but always sustains. I am also breathing new life into your dreams. There were desires in your heart that you buried because life convinced you they would never happen. You told yourself, maybe I was foolish to hope that big, but I am the one who planted those higher desires in you. Not to torture you, but to call you upwards. Some dreams will come back to you in a more mature form, reshaped by wisdom and humility. You will want less of what only impresses others and more of what truly feeds your soul. Do not be surprised if your priorities begin to change. That is a sign that I am healing your vision. You have feared loss so much that sometimes you hold on to things and people too tightly. You think if I let go I will have nothing, but letting go of what is hurting you is not the same as losing everything. It is making room for what is right for you. I do not enjoy watching you cling to what drains you. I am not asking you to let go without comfort. I am promising that if you trust me, I will fill the empty spaces with better. Even if the process feels uncomfortable for a while, tonight is the beginning of you trusting me more than your fear. Remember this. I am not far from you. You do not have to be perfect to receive my love. You do not have to have everything figured out to be visited by my peace. You do not need a special position, a title, or public approval to be important to me. I step into humble rooms, quiet lives, hidden stories, and I pour the same love that I pour into palaces. Your house as it is right now is not too small for my presence. I choose it. I choose you. I choose this moment with you. So tonight when you are alone, when the noise of the day fades, remember these words. I am with you. I am watching over you. I am working in ways you cannot see yet. The atmosphere is shifting around you, not always with thunder and flashes, but with gentle adjustments, holy alignments, and quiet protections. You will look back on this night and realize that something started changing inside you, even if you could not describe it in human language. Let your heart rest now. You have fought hard. You have survived days you thought would break you completely. You are still here, and that is not an accident. I am not finished with your story. There are chapters ahead filled with healing conversations, unexpected kindness, open doors, reconciled moments, and personal victories no one can take from you. Allow these words to wrap around you like a soft light. This message is for you. And I am closer than your next breath, guiding you through this night, watching over your house and holding your heart in my everlasting hands. I speak to you as if I were the voice of God wrapping around your heart. And I want you to receive this with peace, not fear. Tonight in your house, something will move. Not the furniture, not the walls, but the atmosphere around your life. A weight you have been carrying for a long time has been noticed. The silent battles, the hidden tears, the questions in your heart that nobody sees, they are not invisible to me. I have been watching you, not to judge you, but to protect you, to guide you, and to bring you into a new season. Tonight, I am visiting the place where you live in a way you will feel in your spirit. Archangel Michael stands at the door of your house in the realm you cannot see. And he says, I order you this right now. Open your heart. Open your ears. Open your life, because heaven is speaking. He is not coming to scare you. He is not coming to make you panic. He stands as a guard, as a warrior, as a messenger, making sure that what I am sending to you will not be blocked by the darkness that tried to wrap itself around your mind. The Lord is trying to talk to you for just 2 minutes. This is what you feel as a sudden pull, a sudden thought, a sudden desire to stop scrolling, to stop running, and to just be still. You have been busy. Your mind is crowded. Your heart is noisy. But deep inside you have been saying, God, if you really see me, show me. Talk to me. Let me know I am not alone. This is that moment. This is that answer. This is that gentle hand on your shoulder saying, I am here. Open it immediately. Open your heart right now. You have passed through days where you felt like everything was against you. Where even your own house felt heavy, where the walls felt like they were closing in. And you wondered if relief would ever come. I have seen the spiritual pressure around your room. Around your bed, around your thoughts. I have seen the nights you tried to sleep but your mind kept replaying your hurts. I did not ignore this. I did not look away. Tonight something begins to shift there in your house. I will start with the unseen things. There are thoughts that do not belong to you. Fears that were planted by trauma, by words spoken against you, by the enemy whispering, "You are not loved. You are not safe. You will fail. You will lose." Those sentences have lived like shadows in the corners of your heart. Tonight, my light is stepping in. The shadows will not dominate the atmosphere anymore. You may not hear a loud sound. You may not see bright lights, but you will notice little by little that something inside you begins to breathe again. You sometimes feel like your prayers are weak, like your words are not powerful enough, like your faith is too small. But listen to me. I do not measure you the way people measure you. I do not reject you because you feel tired. I am not angry because you feel confused. I am the God who knows when my child is exhausted and cannot even find the right words. A sigh from your heart, a tear from your eye, a whisper that says, "God, help me," is not small to me. It is precious. It moves my heart tonight. I am touching your house as if I am walking from room to room, from memory to memory, from wound to wound. I am looking at every corner that carries a story. The corner where you sat with your phone in your hand, reading painful messages. The bed where you laid down and cried quietly so no one would hear. The kitchen where you cooked while your heart was breaking. The door you opened for people who later turned against you. I am not only the God of your victories. I am the God of your private scenes, of the moments you thought were meaningless, but they shaped you. Archangel Michael stands in agreement with what I am doing. He is not just a character in your thoughts. He is a symbol of war in your favor. He stands with a sword not against you but against the forces that tried to break you. Many times you wondered why, even though you felt weak, you did not completely fall. There were battles you did not see. Wars that happened over your life that you were never aware of. Tonight I want to tell you, you have been defended more times than you can imagine. In your house tonight I am sending a calm that does not come from the world. You have tried to calm yourself with distractions, with screens, with noise, with busyness. And yet your heart kept shaking. My calm is different. It does not erase all your problems in 1 second, but it rests inside you like a steady river. It will murmur, "You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten." When the noises of fear rise, you will remember this word and you will feel a quiet strength stand up inside you. You are entering a stage where I will separate what is truly for you from what was only pretending to be for you. There are people, opportunities, and habits that looked like support, but they were secretly draining you like a house with a hidden leak. You were losing peace without knowing from where. Tonight I start exposing the leak. I start showing you what has been quietly stealing your joy. This will not always be comfortable, but it will be freeing. Sometimes you ask, why does it feel like people leave me the moment I start trusting them? You look at your own heart and you think you are the problem. You think you are not enough, not beautiful enough, not strong enough, not smart enough. But I want you to hear me clearly. Your value is not measured by people who cannot handle your depth. Some people left not because you were lacking, but because their season in your story was over. I am not punishing you by removing certain people. I am protecting you tonight in your house. I will also start healing the way you see yourself. You have collected words from people, like pieces of broken glass, and pressed them against your own heart. You replay their insults, their rejections, their comparisons, and you turn them into a mirror. You started seeing yourself through the lens of their wounds. But I, your Creator, do not look at you that way. When I look at you, I see someone who has survived days that could have destroyed them. I see faith that has been tested in fire and still wants to believe. I see a heart that still wants to love even after being broken. That is beauty to me. I have heard you, when you said, God, I am tired of trying. I am tired of believing. I am tired of being strong. You thought these words made you weak in my eyes, but they actually drew me closer. A child who is honest with their father is not a disappointment. I would rather have your real raw words than a fake performance. Tonight, talk to me honestly in your house. For just 2 minutes, pour out what you truly feel, not what you think I want to hear. I already know it all. But when you open, you give me permission to heal you more deeply. Archangel Michael is not coming to judge your past. He is coming to announce that your past does not get to own your future. There are decisions you regret, doors you wish you never opened, faces you wish you never trusted. I know how they keep coming back in your mind like old movies. But I am not stuck in your past. I am the God of your next step. I am the one who can take your story even with all its mistakes and still weave something beautiful, something powerful, something blessed in your house. Tonight, I want you to notice the small signs of my presence. A moment of peace that feels unusual. A sudden desire to clean, to rearrange, to make space. This is not random. It is a reflection of what I am doing in your inner world. When you feel like opening a window and letting fresh air in, remember that I am doing the same in your soul. When you feel like letting go of old things you no longer need, remember that I am guiding you to release emotional weights that no longer serve your future. You have worried so much about tomorrow, money, relationships, family, health, reputation, future. It feels like a heavy bag on your back. You have tried to plan everything to hold everything together, but you feel your strength slipping. Listen, it was never your job to carry everything alone. You are not failing me by being human. I am not asking you to be invincible. I am asking you to be honest. Bring your plans into my light. I will show you which ones are aligned with your true calling and which ones were only born out of fear or pressure. I know there are things that happened in your house that you never talk about. Arguments, disappointments, words that hit you harder than any slap. Moments you wished someone would defend you and nobody did. Moments you did not feel safe even in the place where you should have been most protected. These memories sit quietly inside you, but they affect how you trust, how you love, how you rest. Tonight, I lay my hand over these memories. I do not erase your story, but I breathe healing into it. You are allowed to release them. You are allowed to stop blaming yourself. I am also touching your relationships tonight. You have loved people who did not know how to love you back. You have given chances to those who only wanted to take advantage of your heart. You have cried over those who did not see your worth. And you secretly wondered what is wrong with me. My child, your ability to love was never the problem. It is a gift. The mistake was in believing that everyone around you could handle such a gift. I will bring into your life people who do not fear your heart, who do not envy your light, who do not play with your emotions. You will see a change in how you respond to people. Where you once begged to be seen, you will begin to understand your own value and quietly step away from those who cannot honor it. This is not arrogance. This is healing. This is you finally realizing that I, your God, have called you worthy, and you do not have to fight to prove it to those who refuse to understand. You will become softer with yourself and clearer with your boundaries. This is part of what is happening in your house tonight, in your environment, in your connections, in your spirit. I know there are nights when you have felt spiritually attacked. Strange fears, heavy dreams, sudden anxiety, thoughts that don't feel like your own. Tonight, I am strengthening your spiritual walls. Where there were cracks from wounds and unforgiveness, I am filling them with my peace. Where there were doors opened through toxic habits and unhealthy connections, I am giving you the courage to close them. You are not crazy for feeling these things. You are sensitive and your spirit is awake. I am teaching you how to guard your peace without closing your heart to love. The Lord is trying to talk to you for just 2 minutes. But those 2 minutes can change the next 2 months, the next 2 years of your life. All I need is a small opening, a small yes, a quiet, okay, God, I'm listening. You may not hear a loud voice, but you will feel a knowing, an inner whisper, a gentle pull toward what is right, what is healthy, what is true. You will feel me leading you away from chaos and closer to stability. Away from constant drama and closer to real peace. I am also speaking over your finances and your future. You have felt the pressure of not having enough, of always stretching, of always worrying. It has stolen sleep from your eyes. But I want you to know your future is not limited to your present numbers. I can open doors that you do not see yet. I can bring ideas, opportunities, and favor that align with your dignity and your purpose. I am not promising a sudden fantasy, but I am promising that I will walk with you step by step toward a life where your needs are met and your soul is not constantly panicking. Tonight, perhaps you will sit alone in your room. Maybe you will hear the usual sounds around you. Traffic, neighbors, family, phones. But inside that ordinary moment, I will be there closer than your own breath. If you breathe in and simply say in your heart, God, I welcome you here, you will not be ignored. Heaven is not distant when a heart opens sincerely. Archangel Michael's order is not a threat. It is an urgent reminder. Do not ignore the gentle knocking of my love on the door of your heart. There are plans against you that I am canceling quietly. You may never know every detail of what was intended to harm you, but you will see the evidence of my protection. Situations that could have exploded will calm down. People who were trying to trap you in manipulation will suddenly lose their power over you. Invitations that would have led you into trouble will somehow not work out. You might be confused at first, wondering why certain things closed, but with time you will see. I was protecting you from what you did not see coming in your house tonight. I invite you to do something simple. Create a small moment of sacred space. You do not need candles, special music, or perfect words. Just you, your breathing, and me. Put your phone down for a few minutes. Sit or lie down. Place your hand over your heart and think, I am not alone. God is here with me. Let the tears come if they want to. Let the silence speak. You do not need to perform. Just be. I already love the real you. I am healing the way you think about me. Some voices made you believe that I am always angry, always disappointed, always waiting for you to fail. That is not my heart. Yes, I correct, but I correct with love, not with cruelty. Yes, I lead you away from harmful paths, but I do it like a parent who does not want their child to walk into fire. When you fall, I am not the voice mocking you. I am the hand reaching down to help you stand again. Tonight, I want you to feel that difference. The things that will happen in your house tonight may look simple on the outside. A feeling, a thought, a deep breath, a release, a new decision. But in the spiritual realm, they are huge. Every time you choose peace instead of reacting in anger, a battle is won. Every time you release bitterness instead of feeding it, a chain falls off. Every time you choose truth instead of lies, darkness loses ground. Do not underestimate these small moments. This is how transformation truly begins. I am declaring over your house. It will be a place of more peace, more clarity, more healing. Not perfect. Not without challenges, but no longer the same heavy atmosphere. I am breathing hope into your walls, into your bed, into the air you sleep in. I am covering you as you rest. You may still have things to face tomorrow, but you will not face them alone or empty. There will be a quiet strength inside you that was not there before. Tonight, when you lie down, remember this. I have not forgotten you. I have not skipped you. I have not passed over your address. Heaven is not lost when it comes to your name. Archangel Michael's urgent words are a sign that this moment matters. Do not let fear twist them. Let them remind you how valuable you are, that the spiritual realm cares about your heart. Your safety, your destiny. Let this be the night you stop believing that you are a mistake. Let this be the night you stop agreeing with the voice that says you are unlovable. You are my creation. When I formed you, I saw your future, your struggles, your strengths, your weaknesses, and I still chose you. I am not comparing you to anyone. I am walking with you personally step by step, day by day, breath by breath. So my beloved child, as this 16th of November passes and night covers your house, remember this message is for you. Not by accident, not by coincidence. Take just a small moment, those 2 minutes, and open your heart, immediately. Speak to me as you are. Receive my calm. Allow my love to wrap around you. What begins tonight in your house will continue gently but powerfully in the days to come. You are seen. You are protected. You are loved. And I am here with you now and always. In the quiet space where your heart is listening right now, God says this message is for you. Heaven has seen the weight you carry, the confusion you hide behind your smile, the way you silently ask, "Is anyone really seeing what I am going through?" Archangel Michael leans close and says, "I order you this right now. Open your heart because something will shift around you and inside your house tonight. Not in a way that should make you afraid, but in a way that will make you understand that you were never walking alone. Not for a single moment. The Lord is trying to talk to you for just 2 minutes. But those 2 minutes of true honest listening can redirect the rest of your life. God says, you have been living through days where you felt invisible, where you wondered if your tears were just falling into emptiness, but every tear was counted. Every sigh was heard. You thought nobody noticed the way you keep pushing yourself even when you are exhausted. But I noticed. I saw you when your heart broke and you still tried to encourage others. I saw you when you wanted to give up, but you got out of bed anyway. You think you are weak because you cry, but I call you strong because you continue. Tonight in your house, something will not just happen around you. It will happen within you. A shift in how you see yourself. A shift in how you see your future. A quiet but powerful rearranging of what you believe is possible for your life. God says there were moments when you felt like shutting everyone out. When you wanted to lock your door, not just physically but emotionally. You felt betrayed, misunderstood, used, taken for granted. Some people were supposed to protect you, but they hurt you. Some people were supposed to love you, but they compared you. Some people were supposed to support you, but they secretly rejoiced when you struggled. Heaven saw it all. Archangel Michael has been standing at the doorway of your life, blocking attacks you didn't even know were directed at you, cutting chains you didn't even know were wrapped around you. You felt the pressure, but you did not see how much worse it could have been because divine protection was already active over you. The Lord says, tonight there is a line being drawn in your house. A line between your old season and your new season. A line between the version of you that was always apologizing for existing and the version of you that finally stands tall in who I created you to be. You will not see flashes of lightning or hear thunder in your room, but you will notice a change, a clearer mind, a stronger spirit, a strange peace that doesn't match your circumstances. That is my presence. Quietly rearranging the atmosphere, cleaning the invisible dust that has been sitting on your hope, your joy, your dreams. God says you have been afraid of nights. Nights felt heavy, lonely, and full of overthinking. Your mind replayed old conversations like a movie. Your heart reopened wounds that you thought were healed. But tonight, November 16th, I am touching your night hours. I am entering your house not as something scary but as comfort that wraps around you. You may feel like suddenly you want to pray. Suddenly you want to speak out your pain. Suddenly you want to let go. Do not ignore that, that is me knocking. That is me asking for just 2 minutes of your honest heart so I can pour in something new. Archangel Michael says, I have been sent to stand guard around you. There were people, energies, and situations that tried to invade your peace. Some of them came in the form of words meant to crush your confidence. some in the form of jealousy disguised as advice, some in the form of opportunities that were actually traps. But every time you felt a strange discomfort and you pulled back, every time something suddenly didn't work out and you were disappointed, know this: very often that was protection, not punishment. Heaven was removing you from what would have destroyed you. The Lord refused to let your destiny be buried by the wrong people or the wrong place. God says, I know there is something you haven't told anyone. A fear, a secret, a memory, a mistake, a deep heartbreak that still sits in the corner of your soul. You carry it like luggage from room to room, from year to year, thinking you have no choice but to live with it. But tonight I am entering that very room of your heart, the one you keep locked. I am not coming to shame you. I am coming to free you. I do not point at your scars to embarrass you. I place my hand on them to heal. You thought you had to hide from me. But God says, I already knew and I chose you anyway. My love for you was never based on your perfection. It was based on my purpose for you. Tonight, something will happen in your house. Perhaps quietly without any loud sign, a conversation that brings truth, a message that gives clarity, an opportunity that reawakens hope, or simply a realization that you are loved by heaven in a way you never understood before. God says, do not underestimate small moments tonight. Pay attention to the way your heart suddenly feels lighter when you speak to me. Pay attention if you suddenly feel like cleaning your space, changing something in your room, removing objects that carry old memories. That is not random. That is me guiding you to remove what is tied to your pain and make room for what is tied to your destiny. You have been asking, when will my life change? When will my season shift? God says the shift is not only in dates. It is in decisions. Tonight I am giving you courage to make decisions that honor your soul. To set boundaries. To say no where you used to say yes. To stop chasing people who never respected your worth. To stop apologizing for being blessed, for being chosen, for being different. I did not create you to be a shadow in your own story. I created you to stand in the center of the purpose I wrote for you before you were born. Archangel Michael says, you have been fighting battles that were bigger than you, but not bigger than the one who stands behind you. There were spiritual battles over your peace, your finances, your relationships, your mind. When you felt heavy for no reason. When arguments exploded out of nowhere. When opportunities kept slipping from your hands. It wasn't always just life, sometimes it was warfare over your destiny. But God says the battle is shifting. Tonight you are not fighting alone. Heavenly forces are surrounding your home, cutting away invisible cords of fear, despair, and stagnation. God says, there are patterns in your life I am about to break. Patterns of always choosing people who hurt you. Patterns of always shrinking so others feel comfortable. Patterns of always doing everything alone because you don't trust anyone. You needed to walk alone for a season so I could show you who I am to you. But now I am sending help. Not the kind of help that drains you, but the kind that adds to your life. I am preparing connections who will speak life over you, who will respect your boundaries, who will not compete with you but celebrate you. In your house, there are objects, memories, pictures, or clothes that remind you of your lowest moments, your deepest rejections. Tonight, I am whispering in your spirit. Let some of that go. As you release what is tied to the old pain, you make room for new joy. This is not about superstition. It is about alignment. You deserve to look around your space and feel hope, not heaviness. You deserve to wake up and feel like your surroundings match the new story I am writing for you. God says, I saw you when you encouraged others while no one encouraged you. I saw you when you helped someone who never thanked you. I saw you when you prayed for people who gossiped about you. I saw you when you loved someone who didn't know how to love you back. None of that was wasted. Every act of kindness, every forgiving decision, every time you chose compassion instead of revenge has been recorded. Your harvest is not cancelled just because your past season was painful. Tonight, November 16th, I am assigning a fresh measure of strength to you. Not the strength that forces you to suppress your feelings, but the strength that allows you to feel them and still move forward. You will notice yourself reacting differently in days to come. The things that used to trigger you will lose some of their power. The people who once crossed your boundaries easily will suddenly find a new version of you that is gentle but firm. That is my work in you. I am not only changing what is around you. I am transforming who you are inside. Archangel Michael says you questioned if you are really important to heaven. The answer is yes. You have no idea how many times assignments of harm were cancelled. How many traps were dismantled. How many premature endings were delayed because your purpose is not yet fulfilled. You are still here because there is more for you. Your story is not over at the hands of people who misused you or seasons that broke you. Heaven has the final script. And in that script, you are not defined by your trauma. You are defined by the grace that brought you through it. God says, I am coming for the fear that lives in your chest. The fear of losing everything. The fear of being abandoned. The fear of not being good enough. The fear of being replaced. The fear that no one will ever truly stay. These fears have been loud in your nights, but my voice is louder. Tonight, allow me to speak louder than your doubts. When the anxious thoughts come, whisper my name. When painful memories rise, speak out loud that you are loved, protected, and guided. You are not crazy for feeling deeply. You are human, and I am the God who holds the hearts of those who feel deeply. Tonight in your house, I want you to understand something important. You are not behind. You compare yourself with others and think you are late, that you should have achieved more, that you should be somewhere else by now. But God says your timeline is unique. Your journey is not a race against anyone. I have not forgotten you. I am not finished with you. What I have prepared for you is still on the way, and what is yours will not be given to another. Even the delays are part of the design shaping your character to hold the blessings I am preparing. The Lord says there is a specific heaviness that sits in one area of your life. Maybe your finances, your health, your family, or your relationships. Tonight, I am breathing over that area. You may not see instant fireworks, but you will experience shifts, ideas you didn't think of before, a sudden open door, an unexpected message, a new courage to take a step you were scared of. Do not dismiss these as random. They are responses to your silent prayers, to the tears you cried when nobody else was watching. Archangel Michael says you are being pulled out of certain circles. People and environments that once felt familiar may start feeling uncomfortable. You may outgrow conversations, habits, and places that used to entertain you. This is not loneliness. It is transition. God is preparing you for rooms where your name will be honored. Not disrespected, for connections that will sharpen you, not dim your light. For opportunities that will value your worth, not exploit it. The stretching you feel is preparation, not rejection. God says, tonight, allow me to sit with you in your room, in your living space, wherever you are. Talk to me like you would talk to someone you trust. Tell me what scared you this year. Tell me what broke your heart. Tell me what you are ashamed of. I already know. But when you release it from your mouth, you loosen its grip on your heart. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to pretend you are okay. You do not have to be strong in front of me. Let your guard down with me and I will lift you up in ways you cannot imagine. I am also sending comfort to the parts of your family story that still hurt, the misunderstandings, the arguments, the distance, the words that were spoken that wounded you more than any physical blow could. I am touching those memories. You may feel waves of emotion arise. Do not run from them. Let the tears fall if they need to. Tears are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign that something inside you is ready to be released, ready to be healed. As you release, I restore. You have worried about your future, where you will live, who will stay by your side, how you will survive, whether you will ever feel truly safe. God says, your future is not a dark, empty space. It is a place where my plans are already waiting for you. I am going ahead of you into days you haven't lived yet. I am preparing provision for needs you do not even know you will have. I am aligning encounters, opportunities, and breakthroughs that will appear to you suddenly, but they were planted carefully by my hands. Tonight, I want you to say this in your heart. I am not alone. I am not forgotten. I am not cursed, I am being guided. Let that become the new sound in your mind. When old lies rise up, answer them with this truth. I created you with intention, not by accident. Even the things you don't understand about yourself are known and understood by me. I am not surprised by your struggles. I am committed to your transformation. Archangel Michael says, I stand by the doors of your life tonight. The doors you are meant to walk through will open. The doors you are not meant to enter will close. Trust these shifts. Some closures will hurt at first, but they will save you later. Some openings will scare you at first, but they will grow you later. You are moving into a season where your no will be as holy as your yes. Where your boundaries will be a form of self-respect, not selfishness. God says, do not be afraid of change. Change is not always punishment. Sometimes it is promotion in disguise. When something leaves your life suddenly, do not immediately assume you did something wrong. Ask me what I am making room for. Ask me what I am protecting you from tonight. As you sit in your house, know that I am rearranging things on levels you cannot see spiritually, emotionally, and even practically. Stay open, stay listening, stay willing to be led. The Lord is trying to talk to you for just 2 minutes. But if you give me those 2 minutes sincerely, they will ripple into the rest of your life. So tonight, when you put your head on your pillow, before you scroll, before you overthink, pause, breathe, whisper, God, I'm listening. That is enough for me to flow in. That small opening creates a door for peace to enter your mind, for strength to enter your heart, for clarity to enter your decisions. God says, I bless your home. I bless your room. I bless the chair you sit on, the bed you sleep on, the door you walk through. Let my presence rest there. Let every negative word spoken over you be cancelled. Let every hidden plan against you be exposed and dismantled. Let every chain of fear, lack, and shame fall off. Tonight is not about fear. Tonight is about alignment. Tonight is about realizing that you are deeply, unshakably loved. You are moving forward. You are healing. Even on days you feel broken. You are transforming. Even on days you feel stuck. My hand is on you. My angels are around you. My purpose is in front of you and my love is within you. Today, November 16th, and tonight in your house. Let this be the truth that settles in your spirit. You are seen, you are covered, and you are being led into a better chapter than the one that hurt you.